let's talk about it, because I tell you, there was so much content I had over the summer, but I need to talk about this particular this MFer, because the narrative, yeah, really winds me up about this dude, right? You don't know Harry Kane is not my favorite at all. I don't check for this guy. I'm probably a minority out there. I think Tottenham will be much better off without Saint Harry. I think they will be much better off. Now, a lot of you are gonna say this guy don't know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. What's he saying? I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. There's multiple reasons why. Yeah, I don't. Me personally, I'm not a Harry Kane fan. I haven't been a Harry Kane fan since I rated him so as a player, in his early stages as a Tottenham player. I saw what the media was trying to do with this guy. I saw that they want this guy to be the poster boy. They want him to be Shearer. Yeah, they want him to be the new Shearer. I saw the narrative from early. Lukaku, I remember, I don't like Lukaku in the sense of Lukaku's been a blue and a red. Yeah, he's played for Man United, and he's played for Everton, and he's played for Chelsea. He's played for everyone I don't like. This guy, right? Lukaku. But don't tell me Lukaku's not better than Kane. Now, people are going to say, oh, how's that? Lukaku is scoring goals all the time. All the time. Constantly. And he's been doing it the last 6 or 7 years from what I've seen, right? He did it at West Brom. He did it at Man United. He did it at Inter. He does it internationally. He does it everywhere he plays. He's won stuff. Harry Kane has no trophies. I want you to now. A lot of you might be thinking, well, why are you saying that? He's a goal scorer. What are you talking about? Because it's important. The currency that a lot of players are judged on are the honours that they pick up. Steven Gerrard was ridiculed and mocked because he didn't win a Premier League title, despite winning every other trophy there is. Yeah, there was a foolish narrative. Oh yeah, he ain't won the title, so he can't be one of the greatest. It's like, shut up. Like, really, the guy's got Champions League medal and he scored in the final. Talking about. But you see how certain outlets prop certain players up and they cut certain players down. Harry Kane has been the top scorer in the league. Okay, cool. Kevin Phillips was a top scorer. You know what I mean? Think about it. Kevin Phillips was a 1 or 2 seasons Golden Boot winner in the Premier League. No trophies. Kevin, and don't get it twisted. I like Kevin Phillips. I rate Kevin Phillips. I'm not dissing Kevin Phillips, right? I'm trying to just put a bit of perspective on the situation. Kevin Phillips was a top Premier League goal scorer. But that's it. If you look at it, he's not been a captain. He hasn't won trophies. He's not a legend in the sense of, do you remember that final where the Phillips final? He's not that guy. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, the world's top players, you can mark certain moments where they did things and then went on to win certain things, right? I can tell you moments where Drogba did stuff. I can tell you moments where Gerrard did stuff. I can tell you moments where Cristiano Ronaldo did stuff. Right, Scholes, Beckham, Henry, Viltord. I can keep going, like Ljungberg. I can tell you moments that all of those players had where you can say, well, he was a Premier League great, because there's certain significant moments. Cantona, right? There's moments where this person did something in a game and then we won. Even down to Grealish. I heard this narrative the other day, right? That Grealish can't be a Villa legend because he's not a Villa legend, right? Bear in mind, this boy has been at the club, and I'm saying boy on purpose because I'm much older than him. But He's been at that club since a kid and rode all the way up for that club, right? Captained the club. And then he not only is a top baller, right? And he's gone for 100 million, but they were relegated and he helped to bring them back. He helped to bring them back. So he can be called a legend because there will be Aston Villa fans that are sitting down and are remembering certain 2 seasons ago when Grealish helped to bring them back into the Premier League. He can draw. People can draw upon those moments and say, right, Grealish is a legend. Do you remember when he scored in that game against Birmingham, and that helped us to get promotion? And then do you remember that squad that got promotion? You can talk about him in that context. Harry Kane has none of those moments. He doesn't have those moments. He's got moments. The London Derby. Who gives a toss about the London? On a serious note, like he scored a brace in the London Derby. Okay, Georgie King-Cladsey used to play for Man City. He ran from his own half and dribbled all the way and scored. We don't remember that. We don't talk about it. Like, if you know what I'm saying. Like, okay, that's an isolated moment, but it's not. He hasn't got legendary status in that sense. To me, like, come on, like, rest in peace, Chick Tiote. He scored that goal against Arsenal when Newcastle came back from 4-0 down. But that's it. I'm using these moments on purpose because I'm trying to show you like where Harry Kane really is. But we're trying to put Harry Kane, or should I say the media, they're trying to put Harry Kane in like Shearer when Shearer scored those championship goals for Blackburn. That's where they're trying to put him. He has to, they're trying to put Kane in Gerrard scoring against Olympiacos. That's where they're trying to elevate this guy. But he hasn't got the receipts. He hasn't got the receipts. Who cares if you were top goal scorer for 2 seasons in a row, 2 seasons ago? Who cares? Like, he deserves, Harry deserves to be at a better club now than Tottenham. Okay, why does he deserve to be at a better club? To be fair, Tottenham ain't won nothing with him there. And this is the other thing. Tottenham haven't won anything with Harry Kane. So why is everybody clambering around for this guy like he's the game changer? He's played in 4 finals and hasn't scored. And he's lost all of them. He's lost all the finals. He doesn't... Listen, if you want to... The epitome of Harry Kane, you can summarize Harry Kane in the last 60 days. The Euros. He looked like a fridge playing up front for the Euros. He should have been dropped in the first game. He should have been dropped in the second game. He should have been dropped in the third game. And he doesn't. He plays all of them. Then on the newspapers, despite Sterling bringing England out of the groups, Harry Kane's on the front of all the newspapers. Think about, peep the game. Peep what's going on. Yeah? Peep what's going on. Sterling scores 2 winners and England drew the other game against Scotland 0-0. So Sterling has taken us into the next phase. Sterling's not on the front page of any paper. Harry Kane is. You got to look and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to look and see what's going on. Then, coming out of the group phase now, Kane literally, he looks... If Harry Kane was a console, Harry Kane is like a Sega Mega Drive, the way he's moving, right? In the England setup. Now, England's got all these fast players. Sancho should have been playing. Rashford should have been playing. Nah, Kane. Kane gets to play all the games. Kane's not contributing in the games. There's great movement from Kane. No, there's not. When you watch what Kane's doing on his touch map, Kane's not contributing to the game. Yeah. It's very clever play from Kane. You know, his positional play was it. No. There's no position. He wasn't. He was missing. He was missing in all of the games. He's missing in the final, the Euro final. He was missing in the Denmark game. He's missing in all of the games. He's Sterling set him up for a couple of goals in the Euros. And I think Saka. I think Saka might have, or Grealish set him up for one as well. But this guy wasn't there yet. Now we're saying he's worth 150 mil. All right, Tottenham, take that money, cash in on this dude. If Tottenham cash in on Kane, he will be. They'll be better off for it. Everybody's saying Kane is gonna score 50 goals now when he goes to Man City. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if you want a glimpse of how Harry Kane will play for Manchester City, go back and watch all of the Euro games. Because if you think about it, the system in terms of how Southgate was trying to do the whole pass and move thing, and it's going to be similar to what City are doing in terms of pinging the ball around. I cannot see Kane's work rate increasing under Guardiola. We saw that Aguero struggled with that. I can't see how Kane does that. But let's go back to some of the other stuff that's going on. Kane comes back. Kane is supposed to come back to training last week, if I'm right. Monday. Was it Monday? It might have been the week before. Was it the week before? The last week went. Anyway, Kane's supposed to come back. And he doesn't come back. So this guy, the Saint Harry, the same Saint that dived at Anfield a couple seasons ago, and dives all the time, and they call it great play. But if Eric Lamela did it, he's cheating. If Salah does it, it's cheating. If Kane does it, it's clever. Anyway, this dude, the Saint dude, doesn't turn up for training. Doesn't come out and say what's happening. The club are saying, well, he's supposed to be back. We want to fine him. Then they don't fine him because it's like, it's Harry. Everyone's coming out speaking on his behalf. Oh, Harry Kane. Oh, he must be. It must be really serious if he's doing it. Why? He's a player. Oh, it must be. He's not that kind of guy. He hasn't turned up for training. Yeah, but Harry's saying that there's a gentleman's agreement. When did he say that? Because he didn't say anything else. He didn't say that he was missing. He didn't say in the early stages. He didn't say anything. But we believe there's a gentleman's agreement. Okay, who has that? Who has that in their contract? I'm not going to sign anything. I'm not going to sign a clause in my contract because I've got a gentleman's agreement. Who does that? But anyway, we'll go with it. So he hasn't turned up to training, but it's not because he's not greedy. So he's not greedy. He's not trying to push for a move in a snaky way. It's because he believes he's got a gentleman's agreement that no one knows about, that is not being honoured, and that's why he's away. But he hasn't said it. The friends of Kane, Redknapp, Gary Neville, everyone else that is around him, saying that there's this agreement that no one knows about, that he believes. I think he believes he's got this agreement. Okay, cool, gentleman's agreement. Okay, but it's okay not to come to training because it's Harry. It's Harry Kane. Yeah, and he's got this gentleman's agreement. Then it's not that he didn't turn up to training. It's that he was on holiday. He's on holiday, and he's come back, and he's got to isolate for 10 days, and so he can't come to training because he's got to isolate. But the club didn't know that until they know that now, after he said it but didn't say it. And so he's on holiday. Well, he's on a holiday, comes back, he's under quarantine now, and it just so happened it comes into the week that he's supposed to train, and he can't come to the ground, and the first game's against Man City, and now he can't potentially make the City game because he hasn't trained enough for this game that he really wants to play, because he really wants to play for Tottenham right now, because it's Harry Kane. Makes you want to vomit in your mouth. It does. And this is what this dude does. Like Harry Kane. What does this mean? He always comes to training. You're supposed to. What's that mean? Let that be. And I don't even like this dude on a football basis, not as a person, on a football basis. Yeah. Let that be Pogba. Let that be Sterling. Rashford. You know what I mean? James Maddison. Let it be one of them. You know? Grealish. Let it be Grealish. Because the press don't like Grealish from back in the day. Like, it was on the pipe and stuff. But Kane, somehow this guy can't do nothing wrong. Nothing wrong this guy does. He stole Christian Eriksen's goal off him when he didn't score because he was trying to catch up with Mo. Do you guys remember that? I don't forget this guy. Yeah, I touched it. No, you didn't. Yeah, I touched it. And that gave him the joint golden boot with Mo, I think 3 seasons ago. But that was one of the goals because he's begging for the goals that season, right? That's Harry Kane. Harry Kane that runs into the box, kicks the ball far ahead when Karius comes sliding out, and then puts his foot on Karius and falls over, and then it's a pen. You know, it's a pen. And he does it all the time. Harry Kane, who waits for the contact, drops down, it's clever play. Kane. Now you don't think that this guy is not turning up for training because he's trying to force a move? No. Model professional. It sickens me, man. It absolutely sickens me. You know, what man do you know does an interview to talk about his own departure when he hasn't departed yet and puts a price tag on himself? Who does that and doesn't get backlash? Who does that? How the hell are you going to do an interview with Gary Neville to talk about your future transfer that's not happened and your future valuation that no one has given you? Who else does that? Harry Kane does that. Harry Kane does it. And nobody says nothing to diss this guy. This guy should get booed when he plays again. Whether it's for Tottenham or whether it's for Man City, this guy should get booed. He won't though. He won't. You know what I mean? Whatever he does, it just seems to always disappear. You know, there's certain players like that. You know, no matter what they do, no one sees it in the same way. You know, it's a joke. Flipping joke. But Tottenham will be better off. Tottenham will be better off without him. I think when they sell him, he slows up the play so much. Son can go and carry that team. Son is a baller. Man, Tottenham need to get, if they get rid of him, Nuno, I think will go and pick up Raul Jimenez for a fraction of the price. And I think Jimenez will give you what you need up front. He won't be like Llorente. Raul Jimenez he knows the back of the net. I think Nuno is going to pick up Raul Jimenez. And I think personally, I think that's why he doesn't care whether Kane stays or goes. I personally think he wants Kane to go. That's Nuno. You see Nuno. Listen, Nuno's sitting there. Yeah, I got the players here that want to train for me. He don't business. He don't business about Kane, and he should be like that. Who does this guy think he is? I'm the new coach. I'm running my training sessions, and this guy is just out here doing what he's doing. You wouldn't play for me. You know what I mean? So I get it, man. Nuno's all right. What Nuno needs to do, though, he needs to tell Dele Alli, man, to cut that hair. I don't know what Dele Alli's doing, man. I don't know what Dele Alli's doing. You gotta cut. Listen, man, you have to cut off them. Listen, you ain't Capleton, man. I don't know what's going on, like, with Dele Alli, but I know if once he gets a trim, he'll start doing those, like, bicycle kicks and stuff again. He needs to get a trim. That can't run. That hair stuff. Listen, I ain't got nothing against dreads. I'm saying Dele Alli should not have dreads. I got enough, man, that got locks. It's got nothing to do with the locks. Dele Alli looks like, listen, you don't look right, bro. Trim the locks, mate. I don't know what's going on. I was thinking, did El Neni sign for Tottenham? At one stage, I said, is El Neni transferred to Tottenham? Who is this? Oh, Delhi. What the hell? Anyway, like I said, Kane, man, I can't stand this dude. I can't stand Harry Kane. I don't think he's going to be mega successful from a personal perspective at Man City. I don't think. I think he will benefit from the trophies if he goes there. I think he'll benefit from the trophies, but I don't think he will hit the numbers that everyone thinks he's going to hit, because there's too many ballers there, and there's too much man there that want to shine. Because Pep is ruthless. He don't care. Pep's not going to be like, hey, I want you to score 100 goals for me. Pep's like, I want to win the title, and you need to score. I don't care how the ball goes in. You need to do what you're doing, or I take you off. Kane's gonna get a rude awakening when he goes there, and I want him to go Man City. I want him to go there because I don't think he's gonna be successful, as people say. But we'll see. What do I know? Eh? What do I know? Anyway, leave your comments at the bottom. Peace. I'll catch you later.